first interview together, though.
All right, it's crazy.
All right, we can open it up for questions.
Alan, we haven't really talked to you since you signed. First, how do you feel? What can we expect to see from you when practice begins tomorrow?
I feel great. It's been a process that we've taken a little bit, slower, but I think that was for the best. It just was all about getting me ready for this time right here. So I feel great. I feel 100%, and I'm ready to go.
And what hurdles are left mentally in just trusting everything?
It's the same thing. Like if you haven't rode a bike in a while, it's not really nothing that you gotta, don't trust or not. It's just getting back to certain things. Again, just creating those muscle memories back.
Did you get here a couple days ago?
Oh yeah, I did.
Why was that important to you, and what have you been able to accomplish?
I think I've been able to accomplish a lot. Getting back to running some routes. Doing some 7-on-7 stuff, getting some team period stuff in. So I've been able to accomplish a lot. I think it was real good for me. Just to be able to knock a little bit of the rust off. Going against players. Before we actually get into the whole real grind and meat at camp.
Do you need to trust your knee again in that scenario?
No. Again, we've done everything necessary. To build that trust and everything as far as over these past months since I've been here, since I've started running routes and things like that, doing a lot of plyometric stuff, So, we've taken all the necessary measures that we needed to.
Oh, for me? All right.
You're in the third
Appreciate
year
it.
of this defense. It's the third year for a lot of guys. How big is that continuity for you guys to continue building what's becoming that dominant defense you guys need to be?
That's awesome, man. As long as we got guys like Allen Robinson around, I think that our defense could, make something happen.
Dylan, what do you need to do to kind of build the chemistry with Mitch on the field?
Just getting reps in. I think from just being here in the spring, being able to catch passes from him, being able to watch a ton amount of film with him, over the past 10, 11 weeks, in itself, I think we've built the necessary chemistry that we needed. So I don't think it's nothing, it's not anything too crazy. We just got to go out there and get some reps together, for a certain thing, maybe some more unique routes or some stuff like that. But for the most part, everything's been cool.
The team is going to talk about the offense. Obviously, you were joking before, but rightfully so. You have a new coach's offensive mind, you have a new quarterback in Mitch. From a defensive perspective, do you guys like being under the radar? Is that something you want to prove yourself? Is that any effect on you guys at all?
I think that it's important that that was something in our offseason that I think upstairs they decided to really work hard towards building. So I'm happy that we've got guys on the offense that are going to be able to make some plays, and our offense is going to be going in the right direction. As far as our defense is concerned, I think that we need to go back out there and fix the little things that we did wrong last year, and hopefully make it into that top 5. That was my goal going into OTAs, and it's still my goal now.
Matt Nagy said he's going to run physical practices, and you guys are going to run a lot of live drills. Do you welcome that? It's a little different than what you've heard of last
Whatever coach feels like is going to get us ready to play, because every coach is going to have a different idea of how to get a team ready, right? And so we're approaching the way he wants to do it, and just going to take hold of it and do our best to put a good product on the field.
What's your impression of the scheme?
Oh, I love it. It's a scheme, that provides a lot of opportunities to all the playmakers, which is how it should be, And I think what's so special about it is, for us, it's all about getting into the right plays. It's not about us, having to do anything, out of what we do, to compensate for anything. It's all about taking what the defense give us, moving the chains and keeping the ball, in all our playmakers' hands, which I think is, there's no real better case scenario for a wide receiver or really any skill position.
Alan, a lot of players come back from injury stronger, actually, than they were before the injury. We know what you are capable of, we saw. How do you feel stronger now, whether it's mentally or physically? What have you learned through this process?
I'll say it's all of the above. When you really gotta, take the time of, out there, one day you catching a pass for 17 yards, and then the next day you can't walk for 6 weeks, So I think it's a lot of different things that you kind of take into account, going through the process, of just not only learning how to do certain physical things again and just trusting everything, and just in general, you get a much greater appreciation, for just going out there, being around your teammates, playing in those big games and everything like that. It really takes some time, for you to really, prioritize everything that is that really means a lot to you as far as a football player and just anything in general?
You know, that's a business matter. I couldn't even imagine, you know, having to deal with stuff like that, especially coming into the league. You know, as long as that gets figured out, and we'll be happy to, you know, get him back out there on the field with us and doing what we got to do. I got to tell you, I'm not nervous. I think that, you know, both sides want to get things figured out, and hopefully it gets done soon.
You mentioned what's been the difference this year with the offense as far as having an offense that could score in the first quarter. How does that affect you, though, in terms of how you play? Because obviously you're going to stay within the scheme. Any particular way it affects how you play defense that team is going to score behind?
Yeah, most definitely. You know, I was reading one of you guys' articles. Yes, I do read your articles, so don't say anything bad. I was reading one of you guys' articles, and you guys were talking about, you know, just making sure that we, you know, how our offense operates and how it wears on the defense towards the end of the year if they're not operating efficiently. And so I need him just as much as he needs me. You know what I mean? So when they go out there and they can make an 8, 10, 12-play drive, we're on the sideline getting rested to come back out and do what we did again, hopefully another 3 and out. So, you know, we just play off each other, and I think that's going to be it's going to work out good for us.
Alan, what did you and Mitch need to learn about each other in terms of developing sort of a feel for what his ball's like, what you're like, keeping that break? So what goes to that here?
I mean, I don't think it's really any different, you know, than any other training camp. You know, again, I think it's very, once you get to this level, you know, in youth, I mean, that's the thing. I mean, I've caught passes from Mitch, you know, in the spring, you know, as far as doing different individual drills and routes on there and things like that, you know. So I mean, it's not nothing that for us is you know, really that we're concerned about at all. You know, I mean, I've caught a decent amount of passes from Mitch, you know, up until now, you know. So it's like, I mean, for us it's just the same thing, you know. It's going to be some certain routes like any other, you know, offense that, you know, may need to be run a couple more times than others. You know, I mean, that's just a game of football.
What have been your impressions of him on the field in terms of the ball he throws and out?
Oh, you know, I mean, Mitch is a pro, you know, and I mean, it's a reason, you know, why he's here, you know, in the position that he is right now, you know, and that's because not only is he a good quarterback from a mental aspect, but also physically, you know. I mean, throwing the ball on the run, you know, being able to make all the throws on the field, you know, I mean, that's what he brings to the table.
Alan, what do you see in Kevin White?
You know, Kevin White brings a lot to the table as well. You know, I think for him just being such a big physical specimen, you know, I think he's at any point on the field and at any point in time, you know, I think we literally can possibly get 6 points on the board, you know, maybe off a deep ball, you know, maybe off a catch and run, anything like that, you know. So I think whenever you got him and, you know, Taylor and Anthony and those guys on the field, you know, I mean, to be honest, I think we at any point in time are 6 points away, you know. Oh, yes. I haven't. Only place I've really explored to is Chipotle. That's about it.
Hakeem, how physical does training camp need to be, based on your experience, as far as a mode of preparing you for week one?
It has to be competitive. It has to be, you know, you get out there and then a couple days hot, back to back to back, and coaches running you hard, and you know, it gets a little testy. You need those moments, right? Those are the moments that I look forward to in training camp, where, you know, it gets a little aggressive out there, and I think that builds not only your team, you know, confidence, but you know, the tenacity, that edge that you need to have to play, especially defense. You know, so I think that all together we got to have some really good competitive periods, and I think that'll do us well.
There's always that balance of trying to build toughness but not getting injured and stuff like
Yeah.
that. In your experience, especially here, has it been, do you feel like it's been not as physical as it should be, or too physical, or what is?
I don't think that's one of the issues that we've had in the past 2 years that I've been here is whether we were physical or not, or tough or not, or guys were willing to play hard to the whistle. You know, I don't think that was ever one of the issues. I think that as long as we go into this training camp and approach it that way, I think it'll be good.
3 more.
Hakeem, this is a much longer camp than normal because of that extra preseason.
Boy.
You okay with that?
I've got a choice. No, man. Go ahead.
How do you think that'll benefit you guys? What can this extra week do to help you?
You know, I think it'll be boy, you made me dig for this answer. I think that it'll be good to get a chance for our offense to sharpen the things that they need to sharpen, our defense to relearn and revisit some of the things that we need to revisit. More time together is only beneficial. You just got to be, just like he was saying earlier, make sure you're taking care of your guys, and I'm sure that our coaching staff isn't going to have a problem doing that.
Alan, for Mitch as a young quarterback, it's his first full season starting in the NFL, and you coming in and building that chemistry with him, do you have to help him along and kind of show him, like, this is what I need to be in sync with you? Do you have to kind of formulate that plan with him at all?
No, I think it's the other way around. It's all about, what he needs. I think that's the biggest thing about this game and about offense, is everything being to the comfort level of the quarterback. That's about timing. That's about, ball location, anything. It's all about quarterback preference. And I think with that being said, knowing that going into this camp, I think that's what makes everything, that much easier. I want Mitch to just be able to go out there and play free. And it's my job to make his easier.
Anything else? Akeem, you've been a last one focus for Floyd for a while now. Where does he need to take his game here this year?
Sure, he needs to leave it all out there, man. I think when just me and him talking, there's been times where in the past 2 years where there's been obvious points where he could improve his game, and I think that he's realized some of those moments. And we just spitball back and forth about pass rush sometimes, and we look at each other's tape and we're saying, oh man, if I had turned this way or stepped this proper way, I would have got that half a second, half an inch more to get the sack. And I think that just him growing mentally in the game, I don't see anybody stopping him this year.
Thanks, everyone. Appreciate it.